welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you my favorite eyeshadow palettes. So there are going to be a mix of high-end and then more affordable options. So there's something for everybody. If you like this video, give it a like, subscribe down below if you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload. And if you would like to recommend any type of videos, tutorials, hauls, or anything like that, write down in the comments below, and I do read them and respond to them, so it helps me know kind of what you guys are looking for. So if you're interested in finding out what my go-to eyeshadow palettes are, please keep watching. Start with the more affordable options. There is a company called Juvia's Place out of the States. The shipping is quite expensive, but the palettes themselves are really affordable and they're amazing quality eyeshadows. I think I own 6 of them. I am going to do a product spotlight on that brand, and so I can swatch all the palettes and everything for you guys. But one really basic one, it was the first one they came out with, is called the Nubian. So it's the Nubian by Juvia's Place. I believe it's under $20. It's really good for smoky eyes, daytime looks. You can get a lot of use out of this. It's very basic. Their other palettes are more crazy out there colors. So this is most versatile for everybody, and I love it. Another one is from a company called Morphe. Morphe created a collaboration with Jaclyn Hill, who's the #1 beauty guru on YouTube. So this is the palette that she came up with. Any Morphe eyeshadow palette is really good quality, super affordable, and they all look basically like this. So they have multiple colors in them. They usually have somewhat of a theme going on. Jaclyn created these colors herself, so these were her favorites. So, and I believe this was voted the #1 palette of the year. Super popular. You can buy it off the Morphe website, or you can buy it off Ulta. I believe that's under $25 too. Another really good option is there's a company called BH Cosmetics. You have to buy directly from them. They sell pretty much all makeup related items, and they have great quality, super affordable. There's another YouTube artist named Carly Bible. She created and collabed with them these two. She came out with this one first and this one second. They're pretty much the same type of thing. This one has a lot of daytime looks, and there's some highlighters and some bronzers in there. And then her second one, I believe these are both under $20 too. And then this one kind of has more like the pinky tones, a highlighter for every skin tone, bronzer, blush. So basically everything you need is in there. So those are all really good affordable options. And then the last thing I suggest is there's a company called Makeup Revolution that basically does dupes, which are knockoffs of other famous palettes. So pretty much every popular eyeshadow palette you can think of, Makeup Revolution has created an exact dupe replica of that palette. The quality is very similar, obviously not as good, but definitely worth the price. I believe most of their palettes are under $15, and their highlights are some of the best highlights I've used. They're like $5. I love them. But this is their dupe of one of the Too Faced chocolate bar palettes. And if you put them side by side, it's basically like the exact same thing. This isn't the one it's duping. This is the semi-sweet. It's just like the regular chocolate bar palette. So it's not the exact same, but you can see they're very similar. And with the packaging, they both have like the chocolate bar, you know. So same type deal. Super affordable. I think they have free shipping if you spend like $50 or something. Definitely a good option to check out. So, and they have like the Naked palettes, the Lorac palettes, Anastasia Beverly Hills palettes. They have everything. They've knocked everyone off. So definitely something to check out if you don't want to splurge and buy the original. So going into the high-end palettes. These are super expensive. They're from Viseart, I believe it's called. They, like, the packaging disappoints me. I mean, it's hard to justify spending so much money when it comes looking like this, but they have seriously the best matte formula in the world. It's like butter. It goes on so easy, and it's so easy to blend. So for a beginner, it kind of does the blending for you. I believe this is like $80 to $100, which is kind of crazy. So, you know, but if you are looking for a good matte palette, they have, this one is their warm palette. They have all different kinds, like a bridal palette, but I love this. It has super good transition colors, so whenever I create a look with a palette, I always use this one with it, so love it. Another one is the Tartelette in Bloom palette. I don't know why I held off so long on buying this. When something comes out and it's really hyped up, I usually like don't want to buy it. So it took me a long time, and I thought like, oh, it looks so boring, which is weird because those are the ones you get the most use out of. The colors are good for like nighttime looks, smoky looks, daytime looks, everything. Really good pigmentation, super easy to blend. This is like a must. I love it. I use it all the time. So love this one. Also, I think everyone knows about this, the Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. If you don't own this, you have to. It is the best palette. It's my favorite in the world. It looks like crap because I've used the hell out of it. So it's just pretty colors, soft, beautiful. I'm using it. I used it today. They're coming out with a new palette, I believe in a month, and it looks pretty similar. There's 3 colors from this palette that's in the new palette, and the new palette just kind of looks just a more toned down version of this. It's almost like a little too similar, but of course I'm gonna get it because I love this palette. So anything that's like this, I'm gonna get it. So if you don't own this, buy it. You need it. I won't talk about this one too long because it was limited edition and you can't get it anymore, but this is also from Anastasia Beverly Hills. It was a collaboration with Kim Kardashian's makeup artist, Mario. When I first saw it, I thought it looked, once again, really boring, but I find myself using it all the time. The pigmentation is amazing. I love it. If you can find it, get it. I love it. So moving along, we have the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. I don't know if I can justify the price of this. It's ridiculous. I want to say this is like over $200, I think. It's crazy, but look at this. Look at that. It's beautiful. So if I had a choice, if I had to pick between this and this, I would go with this, even though there's shimmers in here, so they're not really the same thing at all. But for price, I do love this palette though, and I collect makeup, so it's like, I love it. So if you can afford it, I recommend it. It's limited edition. It's sold out. I think it was like record breaking how quick it sold out. So I managed to find one, and if you can get your hands on it, it's going to be discontinued soon. So, and then lastly, I have 2 of the Huda Beauty palettes. They are pretty similar. This one is more, this is the Rose Gold edition. Like, you don't even know what I did to get this palette. It was hard to get this palette, but so it's like my baby. So this is the more pinky one, and then she recently came out with the Desert Dusk palette, and this is basically the same thing but the more purpley one. I prefer the first one over the second. I'll hold them both up so you can kind of compare. I am going to do a product spotlight on Huda Beauty because she's come out with a foundation. She has eyelashes, lippies. So I'm going to do that. So there's the difference. They look pretty similar, but I think they're both so beautiful. So they're a tie for my last of my favorites. Anyways, so those are the palettes that I love and go to the most. I would love to hear what your favorite palette is down below. What palette you wish you would have bought before it got discontinued. What palettes that you bought that you absolutely hate. Leave it in the comments below. I just love hearing from you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button. It helps share my video, and make sure you subscribe to the little button down below here and hit the notification bell. Thank you for supporting my channel, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon.